So let us look into the function of each, like food, seta and capsule. So whereas a food is a structure that mainly helps in anchorage and absorption. It means it helps the sporophyte to get attaches to the gametophytic tissue, or sporophyte get attaches to gametophyte by means of food. Okay, and another thing, it helps in absorption of water and mineral elements or the nutrients from the gametophytic tissue. Okay, that is a function of the food. Then seta is a structure that can act as a conducting unit or a conducting strand. It means the nutrients or the water which is absorbed by the food that get transported to capsule through the seta. Seta can act as a conducting strand. Okay. So then the capsule, this is a major portion of the sporophyte where the spores are produced. Within that the spores are produced. Okay. So you remember the formation of the spores where the capsule that encloses sporogenous tissue, that is diploid in nature. Remember, sporophyte is a diploid feature because that is produced by or as a product of fertilization. Sporophyte is a diploid one, and sporogenous tissue is also diploid, where the sporogenous tissue where that produces the cells like SMC. SMC means spore mother cells. Spore mother cell. Spore mother cell is also diploid in nature. Spore mother cell. Okay. So later the spore mother cell that undergone meiosis to produce spores, where it undergone meiosis and produces the spores. Hence spores are haploid in nature. Spores are haploid in nature. Spores are non-motile entities. They are non-motile structures. So once they come out of the capsule, by breaking the capsule or by dehiscence of the capsule, that results in the release of the spores. They disseminated or carried by means of wind. ಅಂದರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಸೂಲ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಓಪನ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ಪೋರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸ್ಪೋರೋಜಿನಸ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ದಟ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟು ಸ್ಪೋರ್ ಮದರ್ ಸೆಲ್. Where spore mother cell undergone meiosis. You remember, meiosis is a reductional cell division that results in the formation of haploid spores. Spore mother cell is also diploid in nature. Okay, so spores they produce inside the capsule. Once after the complete formation of the spore and maturation of the spore, the wall of the capsule that breaks down. The capsule dehisces to release the spores. The spores get carried by means of wind or water. Then the spores fall on the suitable soil. They germinate and produces the primitive gametophyte, that is what is called as protonema. They produces a primitive structure on the germination of the spore that results what is called as a protonema. Okay, this is the early stage in the gametophyte. So later this can develops into the gametophyte. Okay, hence there are two phases can be seen in the life cycle of a bryophyte. One is a gametophyte, another one is the sporophyte, and they are alternating with each other. The gametophyte and the sporophyte is alternating with each other. So no doubt gametophyte is a dominant plant body, that is an independent feature in bryophyte that will produces a sporophyte. Sporophyte is a dependent feature that develops on the gametophyte. So sporophyte produces a spores. Spores on germination again gives rise to gametophyte. Hence they are alternating with each other. That is what is called as alternation of generation. Gametophyte and the sporophyte, they are alternating with each other. And identify the diploid phases here. The diploid phase is sporophyte, zygote, embryo, sporophyte, spore mother cell. They are diploid phases, are the diploid structures, are the cells. Then identify the haploid phases. Gametophyte is haploid plant body, gametes are haploid. Okay, then spores are haploid. Gametophyte, gametes and spores, they are haploid structures. Okay, so this is about the life cycle of the bryophytes and the general characters of bryophytes. Okay, so in next class I'll deal with the next concept like classification of bryophytes. Okay, and also one thing you remember, bryophytes are non-vascular plants. There is no vasculature, there is no xylem and phloem in bryophytes. So that is also one of the property. There is no xylem and phloem in bryophytes, hence they are non-vascular plants. Okay, next video we discuss about the classification of bryophytes. Okay, thank you.